Ain't this just a beautiful game? I came out here looking for a place to set up because I'm not really pleased with the area that I have right now as spawn for setting up like a permanent base. And I was running around and came across this area, which we've been to before. This is the giant mountain range, and then right next to it is the pale oak forest. And this area is super cool. We'll go into Cheetah Camp for a second to show you. It's this massive plains biome. It's pretty cool. But I'm just not feeling it. I think what I want is I want a meadow. I want one of those big areas that just flat open, but like the meadow biome. This is not it. This is something slightly different. This is just a regular plains for the most part. But that means I have to go like 2,000 blocks north, 2,500, and make it all the way back, and then hopefully I can find one there? Or closer to spawn anyway? I never picked up the gold from this thing. Thank you. Oh, where are my manners? Hello, my name is Chuck Ross, and we're playing Minecraft. So our house is right over there. But if we go just a little bit north, I think? Yes. I hate that they moved it. I don't know why they did that. If we go just a little bit north of that, there should be a jungle outcropping right here. Yes, jungle right here. Not where we're settling. Mushroom Island, like right over there, I think? Just trying to get my bearings a little bit. So the village that we went to is over that way. The first one we went to. I think there's another one like a bit farther south and west. And I know that there are some pretty decent meadows biomes up there. Or, back that way. But I want to climb this mountain. I've been here before, but it's been a minute. So I just want to get a little bit of a lay of the land again. This is definitely not me hoping that there is a jungle temple in here. Not really seeing one peeking out of the jungle, but not terribly surprising. I mean, it's kind of small, so it doesn't really surprise me there isn't one. But I do kind of want to get an idea of what's around here in general. So there's a ocean going that way. Okay. I think there's a swamp right towards that direction, I think. Is this the same village? It is. Okay. Because, yeah, there was the treasure map there. Don't worry, this won't be another exploration episode. It's basically just going to be me off camera running around, and then when I find the thing, I'll bring you guys back in. Because I just want to start, like, doing stuff, Oh, don't mind me being the hero and all that. Wow, the Taiga Mountain is super cool. Makes me kind of want to set up here and then complain every time I realize the grass color is so very different. Obviously, I'm joking. Don't worry. Anyway, we moving on. Okay, I just saw a black cat. And I really, really want a black cat. Please. Yes, first try. Nice. Okay. So I stumbled across this area, which I'm kind of loving, actually. Let me climb up here real quick. So there's a village here. There's a nice meadow over this way. And there's another, like, I guess plateau of forest over here that sort of connects to this area through a little dip here. Sort of a valley, I guess, before it gets to, like, the fully ravined river sort of area. But let me climb up here, and then we can go into Cheetah Cam a little bit, and I can show you a little bit of the surrounding area from a better vantage point. Oh! That is one thing the leaf litter is unfortunately going to be a problem with. Hello? Oh. Is I have come across a bunch of these lava pools, and every single time, they catch one of these little leaf litter things on fire and then spread to everything else. Like a forest that normally would have been fine with having a lava pool there, now suddenly, because there's leaf litter, it spreads a lot faster. Yeah, let's go into Cheetah for a second. So yeah, we've got this meadow over here that kind of spreads down this way to another village. That's pretty cool. So we got two villages on either end. But there's also this outcropping. I don't know. It's like I think plateau really is the best word for it, just because of how sheer the cliff is on the one side. But it's pretty nice and flat, and I could probably, I don't know. At this point, I think it's mostly if I like the color of the grass in the forest versus the meadow grass. I don't really feel like there's a huge difference between the plains and the forest. So this is plains right now, right? So I'm going to do this. I'm going to look directly at the ground. So that's the plains, grass, This is forest grass, hopefully. Forest, okay. So very nice, very green. And then if we go back, it's a little more yellow. Interesting. And this is a meadow, right? Yeah, this is a meadow. So this, I think, is going to be a little more blue, a little lighter green, perhaps. And this is definitely forest. Yep, okay. So once again, nice, vibrant green. Okay, it's a little colder. Interesting. It's not nearly as drastic as, say, the taiga biome, but it is a little different. Do I care that much? I don't think so. At this point, it's just a question of, do I want this, which is already cleared off, but got some interesting divots and things, and a lot of room for expansion? Maybe that is something to keep in mind, because I do really like this section. I think that would be a nice area. But I do think that having that area already cleared might not be a bad idea. Plus, I think for expansion, it would probably be a bit smoother, because if I didn't, I would have to go and clear all the forest out, which I'm not against. I've done it before. But, if I don't have to, why would I, right? So I think we're going to go for this area over here, the plateau meadow thing. So I need to make a place that I'm going to decide is going to be my base of operations for now, I guess. I don't remember if I've been to that portal or not. I like that there are little wild bunnies all over the place. Hopefully they won't end up killing themselves by jumping over a block and just dying. You know what? I think right here in the center of this area is a good place to be. I might set up my camp a little somewhere else so that I can build something mainly here. But for right now, I think that's where I'm going to build stuff. For now, though, I think what I need to do... You're sitting, right? Yes. Okay. What right now I need to do is first get a couple of chests down because my inventory is a little full. Start getting some of this stuff that I don't need out. And then I think I'm going to go and close the villagers up a little bit. For their own safety, honestly. Well, I've got all the villagers locked in their homes now. And was just about ready to start doing stuff. And then I remembered I probably ought to get two things. I need stuff to build with. And secondly, I left all of my good armor at home. And like equipment and things. So I gotta go home. But how am I gonna remember where I am? Well, luckily I have lodestones, and I was smart enough to bring a compass with me. So I need to go that way. Cool. Nice. So now I can come back here. Well, would you look at this? I was running back and stumbled across some ancient ruins, some trail ruins. Nice. Okay. That is a super lucky find. I find those to be... I mean, considering my last world, I got kind of lucky with that. Overall, those are super rare. Is that... Oh, it is. Okay. What do you got? Nothing useful. Like always. Okay. I was really hoping for a mangrove... not a sapling. It's a propagule. That's what it is. So this is everything that I am bringing with me. I have packed basically everything useful in this house into, like, 3.5 bundles, which is pretty cool. I realized after coming back that I had cooked up a whole bunch of meat and just decided not to take any of it for some reason. So I will do that. And then perhaps a stack of these. And then, just for fun, we will make some celebratory pumpkin pie as a goodbye present to myself. Goodbye, house. I wish I never built ye. I do, however, now have a compass that leads me back home, and a compass that leads me to spawn, because those are two different places now. So, let's get to it. And the sun sets as we get back home. Just in time to enjoy a celebratory pumpkin pie, and immediately go to bed. Alright, and we can dump out all of our valuables. I tell you, these things are genuinely super useful. You just have to know how to use them. And then we're going to go ahead and make some more bookshelves because I kind of want to get some enchantments on my stuff and go ahead and upgrade a little bit more of my gear, I think. So I think what I'm going to do is just put whatever enchantment I can on each of the stuff. I am probably going to go ahead and make at least a sword, maybe another pick. Alright, so for that we get Unbreaking Projectile. Projectile 3 honestly isn't bad. I normally skip over anything that isn't protection, but mixing and matching is surprisingly useful. Let's try bumping the top one down a little bit. Now we get 20. Okay, I could do 20. Sweeping Edge, that's not bad. Unbreaking 3, I think I'll go with that. You know what? I will take it. It is a work pick. That's really all I want. Protection 3. We're going protection 3. I think I'll go fire protection and take it down another level. Well, we're definitely going pants this time. Okay. And I think we'll go protection over unbreaking for no reason. And sweeping edge, bane, and sharpness 1. I think I'll go sweeping edge. That is not too bad. I know I just put that there, but hear me out. I'm going to put it under the enchanting table. And hopefully I won't have to move it again for a long, long time. So I need to do a couple of things. I need to go and chop down a bunch of trees. I need to plant a bunch of trees. I think I might leave the boots on for now, honestly. They're kind of good. I know I made these last episode and then just never put them on. Part of that was because I wanted to wait until I had some enchantment on them, but I kind of figured I'd put something on them already, so. So before I go caving, I want to get things that are going to be going in the meantime, sort of in the background stuff. And most of that is going to be trees, I think. I guess I could start growing stuff other than trees, but I kind of need trees, so I think we're going to go with trees. I have a feeling I'm going to tear this down at some point eventually, so I'm going to go ahead and just plant these up here and not worry too much about the podzol. And these trees are super finicky about having something touching them, so we will do that. You know, I think it might actually be worth it to make a chicken farm. Since I don't have infinity on my bow yet, it might not hurt to have at least some sort of arrow income. Alright, and I've got 7 shots at this before I have to start running around and collecting chickens manually. So here's hoping I get at least 1. Okay. Have fun in there. I do want to collect some cows, but I don't think I'm going to use them quite yet for anything because I don't really have anything to set up to use them for. So we're just gonna nab a couple and keep them for later. I guess this is kind of like a how-to set up early game or something. This doesn't really feel like a tutorial. This feels more just like me explaining to you how I'm doing it right now. And I have probably never put this much thought into it before. But here we are. So hopefully this is useful. And if it is, maybe leave a like and a subscribe. That'd be nice. I'd appreciate it. All right, another early game setting up thing that I think I need to do is actually make a second bucket. Ooh, I haven't gotten beets yet. Okay. Thank you very much. I really just want the seed. I don't ever foresee myself using beets. Oh wait, you can use it for dye. I forgot about that. Wait, is that a... That might be a bedrock thing. Hold on. That was the only grown beet. Okay. Well, whenever I grow this one, I will find out if I can still use them for dye or not. I feel like it's a thing, but I think I learned it when I was playing Bedrock. So my brain is telling me that it's a Bedrock only thing. So next up on the docket for this episode is... Did I not? Okay, there we go. Next up on the docket is actually going mining. And honestly, kind of mining more for like cobblestone and... Actually, I want to find dripstone. I think there should be dripstone around here. I feel like I saw that in one of the caves when I passed by. But just really collecting resources? Should I set up a farm before I head out? That wouldn't be a bad idea, because that'll give it a chance to sort of grow while I'm going down there. So let's just go ahead with a regular stone hoe. Oh, I can actually use my fortune pick for this and get more seeds. 1504 and 1504. So it won't take durability, but it will apply the fortune to it. It is really trying to make me out to be a liar here, but I promise you that is how it works. So when planting crops, what you don't want to do is plant a whole field of potatoes or wheat or carrots. What you want to do is plant a row of carrots, a row of wheat, and then a row of potatoes. It doesn't have to be that order, but if you have a single row of carrots, it will actually grow faster than if you planted the whole field of carrots. For some reason, plants grow faster when they're next to something other than themselves. So really, if you did a checkerboard pattern of like carrot, wheat, potato, you know, like that, except not directly next to each other every time, it would grow even faster. The very fastest way to grow seeds is to grow it on its own and give it a space, and then you can do another one, and a space, and then another one. That takes up a whole lot of space though, and honestly, the kind of speed gain you get from just planting it in rows is fast enough for me to not worry about that. Also, if you're that desperate for food, you probably ought to work on that. And then in a row from here, I am actually going to, I think, start here and then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or we will just go there. Actually, I think I will go ahead and make those all sources. That might be easier. Go ahead and half slab those guys. And next, I'm going to plant sugarcane all around this water source. Not exactly the most high-tech thing, but what you do next is you then come out a row and you go with a row for pumpkins and a row for, I think, melons. So that's 1, 2, 3, and then 4. That should be fine. And I have a decent amount of potatoes and carrots left, so I might go ahead and extend this field a little bit more. And it is surprisingly important to make sure that your farm is lit up well. So for now, I'm just going to go to about the center of each of these areas and mark them off with torches, because apparently that really affects the way that crops grow. Who would have thought? Plants need light. That's the way I should have done it. Okay. I figured it out, guys. I figured it out. So what you do is not what I did here. What you do is leave a space and then do like that. So now I can go like this, and I won't have to worry about them ever trying to plant in a place where the other one would try. Well, I think for a starter farm, that is pretty good. Well, now that we've got some starter farms going and the trees are planted and fully grown, actually, I think we'll go ahead and cut those down, and then we will go mining, because I saw this really cool cave just outside of render distance. There's a little village down this hill, and right by it is this massive cave opening that I think will be a pretty good place to start. So let me do that. Don't forget, one of the other early game very important uses of fortune is actually to get saplings. So I'm going to use my pick to get at least enough saplings to replant this tree. At that point, I might let it decay naturally. As long as it's replacing itself, I don't really mind. It has been probably, I don't know, at least 20 minutes since I planted these. Probably more. And this one still has not grown. And the reason for that is almost certainly that. I thought I caught you in here. Don't break my crops. Get out of here. I might have to put up a better fence than this bamboo, because they're going to try to sneak in here and eat all of my carrots. Get out of my fields. That's right, get. So what they're doing is they're coming in here and they're eating my carrots. That's why these aren't grown yet, because they keep nibbling them back down. Ugh. Well, I would say this starter setup is coming along pretty well. I've got pretty good trees coming in. I've got a pretty decent farm setup so far. I did have to build a fence to keep out all those rabbits. And I've already got, I think, 3 chickens. 2 cows that I have no need of for yet. So I think it is time we go ahead and start caving. Honestly, I think that is the most efficient startup that I've ever done on a world. There are a couple more things that I want to do to really get going early game. And one of those is, it's already so close to dark. Oh, well, actually, you know what? I'm getting close enough to the cave. It doesn't matter. The other farms that I want to get going would be obviously an iron farm soon. That would be good. And one that I always sleep on, I never actually get to it, is I want to do a lava farm. They're super straightforward. They're incredibly simple. And you just make it as big as you need it, really. Here's that other village, which is also should be entirely enclosed. They should all be in their homes. And the cave is just over here. Caving right now is actually going to work in our favor, because this is going to bring the mob cap to not only the caves, but also to the surface. I think we might just go in, because this is a huge place. Look at this. One of the goals that I have with coming down this giant cave is hoping that I can find a spawner somewhere in the walls. It's definitely possible. I don't know if it's probable, but we're here, so I guess we'll find out. Oh, why did that go through the creeper? Why did it go through the creeper? Well, that time I just missed. Oh, please don't make me look at the Enderman. Nice. Well, I had to come back because my shield and my shoes broke. So I'm here to get my new diamond boots, give them a nice try out, and make a new shield. I also obviously emptied out my inventory. But let me show you what we've got down there, because it's pretty impressive. Also got a decent amount of coal. I haven't picked up a whole lot. Mostly, honestly, the thing I've been going towards is like the lapis. So I haven't done a whole lot of actual mining down there. I haven't really been going through and picking up everything, mostly just the coal whenever I feel like it or need it, and the lapis every time I see it. I've been picking up that pretty much regularly. But yeah, I've just basically been running around trying to light everything up, looking for a mob spawner. Still have yet to find one. I didn't realize it was that dark over there. But this cave is surprisingly vast. So you got that section up there, you got this section over here, and then you run this way, and there's another giant section. And then I'm fairly certain that it goes down into another giant section that way. So it's pretty good. Man, there are so many mobs. Found a geode here, another geode over there. And yeah, I've basically just been doing this, running around, catching mobs, occasionally fighting them. Mostly just running around, lighting things up, like you saw the other time. But this time, I have, like, a purpose. And that purpose is to find a monster spawner. Because that would be super nice to have. There are so many things chasing me. It's crazy. Oh, this might be a little bad. Not too bad. Well, I'm still here in, like, the overworld's nether, basically. And this cave is absolutely insane. It is so massive. It is crazy. Let me show you. So I've shown you this part, obviously, because this was, like, the first part we went through. Actually, up there was. And then we come down here. I've lit all this up. I haven't touched anything really except for coal, honestly. But I said that last time. So that's all lit up. I haven't touched the shelf thing up there, obviously. But for now, I think we're just going to ignore it. But yes, we got this geode down here. There's like 3 or 4 of them in this thing. And, oh, where is it? I'm trying to remember. This thing is so massive. I got lost a little bit. It is over here, I think. Not up here. It's not up here. Okay. Is it down here? No. It's not down here, is it? I think, yeah, it's right here. Look at this. And there is so much more cave that way. But over this way, I think this is a zombie spawner. I think that was the noise it was making when I came here last time. But I guess we'll just open it up and find out. Yep, zombie spawner. Okay. Easy enough to deal with, so I'm not terribly concerned about that. What do we got? A whole lot of not great. And more not fantastic. Well, at least we have a spawner now. And yeah, this place just keeps going. Oh, yep, it just keeps going in every direction. I keep thinking these outcroppings are going to be one of those really well-hidden trial chambers. But I haven't come across one yet that, like, shouts at me that it's obviously a trial chamber. If you haven't seen what I'm talking about, whenever I run across one, I'll definitely show you. It's pretty obvious. Another geode there. Oh, wow, look at this place. Oh, that is so many of everything. Wow, that's crazy. Okay. Why are there 3 of them? What's going on? Oh, what's this? You know, I realized as I was wandering my way out of that cave that there wasn't any dripstone. And I could have sworn that there was in one of these caves. Is it this one? I assumed that they connected, which is probably why I didn't bother going in. Okay. Nice. There is in this one. I think that's an opening to that same cave, so maybe we can just go down here and get some from this place. That'd be nice. Oh my goodness. This place is pretty cool. Ain't no way I'm going down there right now, but it's pretty cool. That should be good. I don't think I need to be down here anymore. Okay, I have got to tame this cat because it's trying to kill all of the rabbits in the area. And I don't want it to do that. Okay, I gotta get rid of the shield. Nice, okay. Stop killing the rabbits. Jeez. So I'm back at the surface. I came up here because I'm done with the stuff in the cave right now. but also because I want to find where those spawners are going to be. So we have to go another like 300 blocks this way. Yeah, it's like 300 blocks this way too, right? That's not great. How far away is a spawner, dude? Seriously. Well, I already know it's like 300 blocks in the X and Y, so... Oh, I passed it. Here we go. It is right here. Unfortunately, this one is at -17, which isn't the worst. Oh, it's so far away. Are you serious? Where's the other one? Ooh, can I bucket clutch? Can I do that? Probably no. I've never been good at that. Yep. Okay, so I now need to go to 1190 to 1199 on the Z, I think. 1190 by 1199, right? Yes. And this time we will use the bed to cushion our fall. Nice. Oh, I forgot to put a torch up there. It's fine. Okay, so that feels super close. Because this is my hill, right? This is my meadow. And this should be... Oh, man. Yeah, this is super close. Well, okay, I might have spoke a little out of turn there. It's not super close, but it is considerably closer than the other one, which is like way over there. Yeah, I think I know which one we're going with. Cool, so we can do that. That'll be fun. I know we haven't done a whole lot of building so far, but I promise we'll be doing some building here very shortly. Plus we've got like a mob spawner to build. We've got an iron farm to build. Got a lava farm to go. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. I don't know if I'll do all of those in one episode or kind of spread out. I'm not sure. I'd like to get them soon though. That would be nice. I hope you guys like the new area. I, for one, like it a whole lot, and I'm pretty excited for doing stuff here. So in the meantime, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you do, please leave a like, maybe subscribe. I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.